Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode here of Non-League 2 Premier League. Here with Bath City finding ourselves top of the table. Today we are up against Truro, who are down in 13th. And let's waste no time getting into the action today. I will be picking a rotated squad, a full rotation, as this is indeed our third game within 10 days. I will be keeping Catagrande in goal. At right back, I'm going to go for Tomlinson, I believe. And I'll be picking Batten, Byron. And do I go Georgiou or Keto? I'm going to go Keto. Sweeten's fine. Oyolika, he's got no match sharpness at all. So I might bring in Jordan Tilson again, although I am looking to use some of my youth players today. Ryan Seager probably in cam. Skews can come off. I think I'm going to start Diop today from my youth players. And I'm looking for certain Morris here. He's another one of our youth players. I'm debating starting over Sweeten or alongside Sweeten. I think if I'm going to play a young player like Morris, then I probably need to play him alongside the experienced Tomlinson, who's going to push on. Diop here, very interesting positions because I need to swap those two round there. So Diop, Seager, Jones, Windsor, Morris, Tilson, Kete, Byron, Batten, Tomlinson, Casagrande. Anybody shouting out to me in the reserve, so I might want to put on the bench. Skews is quite a good cam. He can come on there. Don Georgie, Sweet and Peak and Foki. Cornick's not a thing Luce has played. I think we put Rivers on and we put Seeley on as well. A chance to use these youth players. I've not really used them much this season. And see what they are all about, what they can bring to my team for this game. Got to keep an eye out there because there's not really any defensive midfield kind of players in there. So I will bring Oyolika back on and try and get him some match sharpness. I'm actually going to start him ahead of the youth player Morris. Who would I rather be? I think that way around. So we do have a couple of youth players in Diop, Barton, and quite a few on the bench, which includes Skews, Morris, and Rivers, Hodson, and Seeley as well. Experience of Danny Greenslade and Jordan Alves if the game's going completely wrong. And I think we just go and we hope for the best. It's a very weak lineup, but with a third game in 10 days, I have made the decision to rotate the team and use what I have got. Head into this game on a good run of form, but large rotation in the squad. And hopefully, like I said, we can keep pushing here. I'm expecting a busy game, probably for my defence, to be honest. With a large rotation here, but with the happiness and the run of my squad's currently on, don't be shocked if players like Diop come in from the youth academy and take that chance. And he always does take a chance. Gets wonderfully lucky out on the wing with the ball bouncing back to him, cuts inside. Poor finish really at the end. But that's a big day for Diop stepping up from the youth academy into the starting lineup. Get Casagrande in the sticks because I'm expecting, like I said, to be under a lot of pressure today from Truro. And we really, really want to keep our run going. Do I want to get promoted again this quickly? I'm not actually sure on the answer of that. It would feel like I need to almost rebuild the whole squad if we were to get promoted again. Whilst if we could stay in this league for another season, maybe even two, and allow the team to slowly grow and the youth players to come through naturally. People like Sweeten having a chance to really develop into a player that's ready for the likes of League Two. If we were to get promoted now out of my official starting lineup, who in there really is going to be prepared to start in League Two? The only player I can probably think of really, to be honest, is Catagrande in goal. And that's about it. Who could really start in that league. I obviously have a few more players, and that's a poor pass there. Jonathan Fisher now. And Truro on the counter-attack, he's got all the space and time. And that is an awful finish. A big chance there for Truro in the 40th minute. And that guy looked rapid, I won't lie. And it's a long ball forward. And Byron's been beaten to it out wide to Bow. Captain needs to block the cross, he does, but it bounces back to the Truro player. Cleared again, but only as far as Truro. Cleared again, but they recover. Back to the wing, Bow, what a ball through. And the flag is gone up for offside. But we are struggling in this game already as we move into half time. To be honest, I don't like what I just saw from this team. I'm not going to be happy with what I'm saying. Diop was looking tired towards the end of that half. Alvarez are going to come on, and Jones and Alvarez are going to swap sides. The only other player was Byron, who was looking quite tired, but you'll see I've only got these youngsters on the bench. But that's why I brought them into the team, to get experience within the main team in the National League. So I will bring on the young Morris, who was one of the most promising youth academy players from that batch that came through. To be honest, that was a lot of good ones because they were an apparent golden generation. Now the only problem is the golden generation for a team in National League South, which is obviously the division I started in. It means players that can probably play up to League Two onwards, so they're not going to be absolutely unbelievable. But they may have the squad out sometime in the future. And that's a great shot there from Alvarez. Just wide. It did look like it might just go in. And if that went in, it would have potentially been goal of the season so far. Sadly, just a couple of inches wide. But considering the amount of rotation I've had, this backside are putting up a very good fight. I've been informed that Seager's apparently playing poorly because he's being played out of position. Attacking mid left centre, and he's playing it's because out of possession he's playing centre mid, I expect. They want to moan about anything these lot. To be honest, come off there, mate. Let's give Skews a go. Let's give Rivers a go and drop Jones to left back. And let's go. We now have 1, 2, 3 academy products on the pitch. Only one more sub spot left, and there's a few players that are looking tired. And the one I need to protect the most probably is Tilson. I'm happy to completely jig this team. So C's going to drop in, and Morris is now going to move up to the defensive mid spot. Oyeleke is going to take that slight step forward, where he will play centre mid and DMs. And there's another chance here. Rivers, the youngster, Skews, another youngster. Rivers again now. Looks back to Feely, to Jones. Rumble forward to absolutely no one, gives the ball away. Out wide to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Deep cross in, and that's too easy there. And that's Tomlinson, who's not played many games at all this season, to be fair to him. Caught out at the back post with the ball just floating over his head. It was a good cross from that right-hand side by Oxlade-Chamberlain. And we find ourselves 1-0 down. We were on a 6-win streak before this game. Are Truro going to end that for us? Rivers back to Seeley. Seeley now looks up. And the option really is back, and he goes up wide to Tomlinson now. No real options presenting themselves to my players. Seeley steps on well to get that ball. Rivers now. What can he do with it here? Down the line, whips it in, absolutely nothing from it. we are going to go to my slightly more attacking version of this tactic. But what doesn't help is when Williams is having an absolute stinker up top for us. And I reckon we lose this game, to be honest. Final 5 minutes, still find ourselves 1-0 down. Another very 50-50 game. And to be honest, we have had a loss coming. And I'm surprised it's taken this long. River steps in again. His defensive work's been very good on that left-hand side. Ball towards Skews is easily intercepted. And they play it into Rooney, forward to Janet. Out wide, through to Johnson Fisher, who's looked very dangerous this game, I must admit. A ball over the top. And he went a flick on. And there it is. Too much rotation in this game has definitely led to a loss. Although that goal was disallowed for offside, we're coming up to full time. And I came into this with a lot of rotation, a lot of youngsters, expecting a loss. And to be honest, we got a taste of our own medicine. That is what happens. But with a tight fixture schedule, I've got to use the players I've got. And it's good to give the youngsters some first team action. And we lose after going 7 games undefeated. But we still find ourselves top of the table, but we are now only 1 point clear of Rochdale. 6 points clear of third place, Dagenham though. And 13 points clear already of Forest Green. So I'm not overly worried about that. But speaking of Forest Green, military formation 3-2-5. That's an interesting formation, isn't it? 7th in the National League. A very up and down last 5 games, 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss. And that is who we come up against next. Can we keep the streak going? Will we end up winning the league or in the playoffs? That we will see. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, please do subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.